Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some WINX Club reboot news to talk about from a brand new behind the scenes first look at different characters, concept art, new locations, and more. And we also have more information on the Reboot dolls coming this year, so stay tuned, subscribe, and let's get into it. So yes, not too long ago today we got a brand new behind the scenes little clip here. It's like 2.5 minutes long, really not too long, and it features basically a lot of concept art and brand new first looks at different characters and new outfits, locations, and basically it's Eugenio Straffi, the creator, I believe, right, of WINX Club, talking more about the reboot as a whole and what we can expect. And the WINX Club reboot, yes, it is coming out this year officially. It is dropping sometime. I don't know when specifically. There's still no information on the actual release date for this brand new reboot, which technically is season 9. So yeah, it's coming out this year sometime. They even had the toy fair in London where we did see a couple of brand new dolls, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, it's happening. It's all happening very quickly. But it kind of sucks that in this behind the scenes video, he didn't really give us a release date when I feel like it would have been a perfect occasion to like tease a release date or some more information, because as is right now, we still just have this behind the scenes video, and then we have the teaser trailer, and then we have like the first look video, right? Like, so that's been 3 videos so far about the reboot that have been officially posted to the official WINX Club YouTube channel. So I feel like, it's January. Hopefully they don't wait too long to give us some concrete information, because I feel like a lot of us are just waiting. We're on a tippy toes waiting for confirmation when it's going to come out, when the dolls are going to come out. All this information, really, we're just dying to know. So let's get into these behind the scenes clips. So he introduces us to the production department, and he calls it the beating heart of the series. He says that here it's where all the creativity and passion, the magic, it all comes to life here. And so we see a couple of shots of like concept art, very early like sketches of like a sequence. We also see here like perhaps like texture work on like a building that looks pretty cool. And then we also have a couple of shots here of actual character concept art, specifically here for Aisha, fairy look Aisha. Honestly, I would love to see all the different sheets here for all the characters for these designs that they have for the outfits. I think it's just always fascinating to see like how they evolve these characters and like how they end up with the final result that we'll see, hopefully. So I think like Aisha here looks amazing. I love the teal. I've always loved like the teal green on her. And then Tekna as well. I love her outfit. The neon obviously, and the wings as well. Obviously we don't know how much of this is actually final, so it might change, but I think most of it is probably going to stay the same, like the style and aesthetics, right? So this just looks really sick, honestly. I have to say, like, Tekna looks amazing, and I can't say the same about all the characters, unfortunately. Like, Stella looks kind of bad, but Tekna looks amazing. And then Icy as well from the tricks. I feel like she looks like straight out of that 2D animation. Like, it's honestly a little bit crazy how well they were able to capture her essence in this new three-dimensional version of the character, of all these characters. I mean, some of them look better, some of them not as good, but I mean, again, this is all a work in progress, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully the final result, it all looks amazing. He explains that Althea and Magixia are only going to be a couple of places that we'll see in this brand new series, and that with today's technology, they also wanted to not only stay true to the legacy, but also kind of reimagine these places, these iconic locations, in a brand new light, and also inject a brand new detail and immersion into these places, right? So it's much more like you lived in, right, and authentic. So I think that's very important, of course, but I kind of worry that the animation style might be a little bit too clean, if you know what I mean, because I feel like sometimes with animation nowadays, it all just feels kind of the same, right? And it just all feels too clean and too plasticky, right? Too safe. So I do hope that even if it is more generic, perhaps, that they still are able to inject some personality or artistic flair in this animated series, because I do think that will definitely help to make the series feel not only authentic to the original series, but also new and fresh and still true, right? Then he says that they spent countless hours trying to capture the essence of the original characters here, but also reimagined in a modern twist, specifically here with the tricks. We have our first look here, the concept art of, Icy, Darcy, and Stormy, right? That's their names. I always knew Icy, but I always kind of forget the other two. But they all look amazing. Once again, I have to preface that they really look like from the 2D animation, taken straight out and just put in a three-dimensional render, because it just it looks right. The outfits are authentic, and again, I do capture the original looks. I think for the most part, even they are basically the same, right? But they're still able to kind of with the hairstyles and the different trendy kind of finishes to the outfits, they're still able to kind of make it new and fresh, and most importantly, they're able to capture Icy's personality, because again, I think that's very important. Her expressions are everything, so I'm living for this. They look amazing. He mentions that of course they are reimagining also the origins of Bloom here, and her story. It's gonna be basically the first season, just here it's just done over again, probably with some changes as well. It's basically just Bloom finding out about her fairy magic, and having to learn to control it, and also finding her destiny, and all of that jazz. So we also see concept art for dragons, or some kind of beast. So that's going to be interesting to see if they actually already have a dragon up here in in this season 9, the reboot series, or if they'll wait for the second season of this reboot to kind of inject more lore and perhaps more family affairs with all the different planets, right? So definitely interesting. I do wonder how much they will actually be able to include here, story wise, right? So in this season 9 reboot season. He goes on to say that they are officially in post-production, the WINX Club reboot series, and that since they are in post-production, they're really trying their best. The visual effects team, they're trying their best to make every spell, every animation, to make it the best that they can make it, because obviously it matters, and it's also something important because we've been waiting for this reboot series for so long. And I think this is really sweet, but he mentions that this level of detail that they're trying to go for with the animation and the fluidity of everything, right? Just the quality of the animation that they want to achieve, they're trying to make it the best that they can make it, obviously, because it's their way of giving back to us, the fans, So I thought that was really sweet. It's he's acknowledging us. So yay. But I mean, nonetheless, they should always, animation studios should always aim to make the best that they can do, right, with work. And I mean, in general, anyone, right, we should always aim to do the best we can do. Anyway, but this was really sweet to hear. And I mean, it just basically confirms that, post-production, it's underway, and meaning I'm pretty sure it's wrapping up soon. I mean, again, I'm pretty sure that they're polishing up every frame that they can, and all the textures and all the animations. It's a lot of work, so I'm sure that it's not easy. So hopefully, they should take their time, obviously, to really get it to the best degree that they can. But hopefully they don't take too long, because we've been waiting. So, but this is the best part here. At the end, we do get a couple of brand new shots of Musa, Aisha, and the gang here. I guess they're camping out in the forest, kind of showing Bloom around, and so spending some quality time together. And so here we get a shot of Musa making a s'more, I believe, and her hair looks amazing. Honestly, she looks really cute. I love that they gave her the short haircut, the pigtails, the spunky pigtails. It looks amazing. Right away, again, straight out of the original animation. And then Aisha, Layla, I love that she's in a sporty look, and she has this weapon, or it's a stick. I don't know what to call it, but it's she's training or something. It looks amazing. I love her expression, her smug look. It's just so Aisha, because of course she's always really competitive, right, and sporty. So this is so like her. So I love these two new shots of these characters, and then of course we do have some other shots from the previous trailers that we saw, and but this last shot of like the eye opening, that's new. I haven't seen that before, and I'm not even sure who this is. Obviously, you would think Bloom, but I kind of feel like this is Tekna because there's a couple of, you know, like glitchy looking details at the corners, or maybe it's Stella. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a different character altogether. I mean, you never know. And then yes, we do have a couple of updates regarding the brand new WINX Club Reboot dolls coming out also sometime this year. So the London Toy Fair wasn't too long ago, I believe like a couple weeks ago, and at this London Toy Fair, apparently we got a couple of brand new first looks at what are supposedly the brand new WINX Club Reboot dolls. Now, important to note, these pictures are confidential. I don't know, I'm not gonna show them here because I value my channel. But basically, you can find them under the Instagram account WINX Club Forever Italia, I believe. You can see here as it's written on youloveit.com. Basically, these pictures seem to showcase the prototype versions of these dolls. So the packaging, the dolls, everything seems to be very early stages. So by no means are these dolls the final result that we're going to be able to purchase ourselves, but it does give us, you know, a good impression at what these dolls will look like. So some information, they will be produced by Playmates Toys. I believe Playmates Toys has also made Miraculous Ladybugs dolls in the past, right? So if you are familiar with those dolls, they're basically going to be very similar in scale and in articulation and quality to the Miraculous Ladybugs dolls. And then they're going to be distributed in Europe and America by Giochi Preziosi, which is an Italian brand, I believe, like a toy store. Yes. So that's weird. Why is an Italian brand toy store chain distributing these dolls that are produced by Playmates? I guess because, you know, Rainbow, who makes WINX Club, you know, WINX Club is based, like, it was created by an Italian company, right? And so it's all very, very much based in Italy, right? So I guess that's why they're gonna be distributing these dolls also by a, you know, Italian, you know, toy chain. Honestly, it's beyond me. I don't know much. So yeah, I don't know the details, but what I do know is that yes, the dolls are coming out and they're going to be available for Europeans and Americans alike. So these will be supposedly accessible to basically everyone. So that's going to be very good news, obviously. But once again, the, you know, full-on release dates, we don't know yet. But yeah, if you want to see the pictures again, just be sure to check out WINX Club Forever Italia. I believe that's the username on Instagram to see the blurry pictures. They're not high quality, and again, these are prototypes, so they will look different. The final versions will look different, but I do have to say, as far as first impressions goes, you know, they look promising. I have to say that they have enough movement, articulation, the face sculpt look very accurate to the characters, and the wings look very cool. So I can't wait, honestly, I can't wait for the dolls, I can't wait for the series to come out, I can't wait for more, you know, information. But what do you think of this reboot series with these updates? Are you more excited, or are you still not sure if you're in or out? But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and consider becoming a member today to support the channel if you're able to. And of course, so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.